Hello developers and welcome back. Congratulations for your dealing with data binding library. Now let's learn about a new concept and a little bit tricky concept called two-way binding. Imagine we have an edit text in our application. Its ID is edit text and the user wants to enter the name of the vehicle and to live update the text view with the entered text. To do this, we need to use two-way binding. So any change in the edit text will be reflected to this text view, and any change in the text view will be reflected to the edit text. Let me show you guys. This edit text will be linked with the variable called myVehicle that we created before, and inside this vehicle we have a property called named. We need to access it and to update this edit text with it and to update this text view, of course. I want from you to fully focus with me because it's very important concept. I need to use a property called text equals to the annotation of the data binding at curly braces and my vehicle.name. But instead of using this, the two-way binding ensures that you use the equal sign to be updated with the newly entered data from the user. We have an error here because I'm using this syntax. This equal sign is a data binding expression that establishes a two-way binding between the edit text property and the vehicle name property of vehicle class. So here I am linking this edit text with the name of the vehicle object. The equal sign indicates a two-way binding, meaning changes to the edit text will update the name property in the vehicle automatically, and the changes to the name property in the vehicle will update the edit text automatically. This is the two-way binding. The text view will affect the text view and the text view will affect the edit text. So with this binding, any changes made to the text in the edit text will automatically update the name of the vehicle property and vice versa. But we have an error here. The expression cannot be inverted, so it can't be used in a two-way binding. In order to use two-way binding, we need to introduce the base observable implementation in the vehicle class. Since I'm using my vehicle and my vehicle here is a vehicle class, I need to extend it from base observable class. Here, Alt plus Enter to change the constructor invocation, and here we go. Base observable is a class provided by the Android data binding library. It's part of the Android architecture components and serves as a foundation for implementing the observer pattern in the context of data binding. The primary purpose of base observable is to make it easier to notify observers, such as UI components, when the underlying data changes, facilitating automatic updates to the UI. And I'll change the data class to a normal class in order to use these variables with the bindable annotation for the property change. I'll remove these and I'll create here var model year. It's of type string and var equals to empty string and var name. It's of type string equals to empty string. And here I need to use the bindable annotation for the property. Just follow me and I'll lecture everything. Use at bindable annotation. We have an error here telling us to use data binding annotations in Kotlin. Apply the Kotlin capt, plug in your models, plug in build.gradle file. Either I can use get like this, or I can change and the build.gradle.kt file and add the capt plugin to our plugins in the build.gradle.kts file at the level of app. So if we go back, we can see I'm using the bindable annotation. But what is bindable annotation? The bindable annotation is used in the context of Android data binding to mark properties for which the data binding library should generate code to handle change notifications. When a property annotated with a bindable annotation changes, it triggers automatic updates in the UI that is bound to the property. This annotation is typically used in classes that extend base observable. So whenever the name changes, it will trigger automatic updates in the UI that is bound to that property. So it will notify this edit text that it is bound to. And by the way, you can see the error is gone because we used the base observable and we used this and annotate the name with bindable annotation. Again, guys, when you mark a property in your data model class, for example, the vehicle class, with @bindable annotation, you are indicating to the data binding library that this property is observable. So any change in this value, you need to update the UI that it is bound to that property. Then I'll use here the set method, and I'm going to modify the default set method because I need to use a method called notify property changed. So field equals to value. This is the default thing that we learned about it in the setters and getters in Kotlin. And I need to use a method called notify property changed br.vehicle. The notify property changed method is typically used in a class that extends base observable within the context of the Android data binding. So this method is part of the base observable class. It's responsible for notifying any registered observers such as UI components that a property has changed. And this notify property change will notify this edit text for any change. The BR class is automatically generated by the data binding library, and it contains identifiers for all properties marked with @bindable annotation in your project. BR my vehicle is an example identifier for a property named my vehicle, and you can use this identifier to specify which property has changed when calling notify property changed. So for example, let me run, and there's nothing to do in the main activity because we set everything correctly. And here I can remove v1 and I can set it to like this .name because I changed the primary constructor, and here I name it as Mercedes, and v1.model year equals to 2024. Let me run, and you can see this is our application. If you run it, you can see that the edit text is set it exactly as the text view, which is the property of the vehicle class. So if I change from Mercedes to BMW and hit enter, but it's not updating the text view, and the error will be here in the bindable. I'm using br.myvehicle. I need to use br.name because I'm going to get this property and bind it to the edit text. Let me run again. Here we go. If I remove the text, you can see the edit text is updated, and it will automatically update this text view. If I type BMW and other text, you can see the edit text here is live updating the text view here.